Hello, hello. This is Lady ReShell, author and founder of Warriors Talk, where we move away from awareness towards action. And it is Monday. It's Relationship Monday. This is going to be a quick show, but I'm going to need some participation with the show. So today's show is being sponsored by Sisters Working It Out. They are a health advocacy in motion, and they are looking for individual ambassadors to go in the community to tell individuals about cancer. If that is you, then I need you to go to sistersworkingitout.org for more information. The show is also being sponsored by Allstate with Paula Kelly. She's located at 327 East Glenwood Lansing Road in Glenwood, Illinois. She can be reached at 708-758-3300, and she's catering to all of your insurance needs. So make sure you tell her that Warriors Talk sent you. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about sex, of course. So what is it that you want outside of sex from your mate that you just gotta have? It's a must have for you, right? So that's our topic for today. So our relationship quote is coming from actually Ellen DeGeneres, and the quote says, "Don't have regrets. You can learn something from every experience." So again, I'm going to need your participation on the show. I'm gonna need you to call in, not call in, but I'm gonna try to pull you in on the broadcast. So make sure you're decent, your hair is in place, you got your makeup, so because if I see you, I'm gonna pull you in on the show. So today I posted a question. I posted a question on my Facebook page, and I asked the men and women on separate posts, outside of sex, what is something that you need from your mate? And I was really surprised by the responses that I got from the men. I mean, the men are really detailed when it comes to what it is that they want from their mate. I noticed that the women sometimes shy away from the questions when I have questions that's talking about what you want. And it seems like, and I'm a woman, so I can talk from experience, and I have women friends. It seems like we talk to everybody else about what's going on or what we need, and we don't talk to our mate about it, right? So we need to make sure that we are communicating with our mate. I'm going to take a moment here, and I'm just going to invite others in on this video because I am going live a little later than I normally do. So give me a second while I invite others in on this video. So you can leave your comment and let me know, what is it, if you haven't answered the question already, what is it that you must have outside of sex? Without the sex involved, what is it that you need from your mate that will keep you happy? I mean, we all have different things that we need, and our needs right now are different than what our parents' needs were back in the day. So what has changed over time that we need something totally different from what our parents actually need? So, okay, I was just inviting folks in on the video. So I'm going to try to read some of the comments that the men had on my Facebook page, and the women. And I noticed that the men, for some reason, it's always more men commenting than women. But if I make a post for men and women, the men and women tend to argue. So instead of having them argue, I do the men and the women posts separate so that everybody can have, so the men can do their comments without, the women really ragging on them. So that's what I do. So here we go. So women, if you are listening, in the comments, can you please, hi Alicia, hi Brian, hi Ronald, Calvin, Cordell, if you guys are looking at the video, hi Angela, if you're looking at the video, can you please do me a favor, and can you like and share this video? Okay, so like and share the video so other people can get in on a conversation and talk about what it is that they need from their mate. So I'm gonna go over 7 things that men need, and I'm gonna go over 7 things that women need as well. We know that everybody say women needs love and men needs respect, but I'm learning that men equate respect with love. So if you respect them, then they know that you love them. So most of the time we don't really respect people that we don't love, right? So here we go. This is for the males. So for all you males out there who left a comment on my page, a lot of them were saying things like they need somebody to be honest, they need somebody to be sincere, they need somebody who knows how to cook. One person mentioned after doing all of that, he needs somebody who's going to be able to give him some sex, right? And the women, they want somebody to be honest. They want somebody to put them first. They want to, we want to be a priority. We want to somebody to be able to not be ashamed of us and hide us. So our needs are a little different, even though we both, when it comes down to it, we want to be loved. So here you go. So getting this right off, this is statistics that have already been tallied and stuff. So we know that it's real information. So the 7 things that men need in order, outside of sex, this is what they need. They need to feel praised, and they need to have approval. I'm sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. They need to for you to have praise and approval. Men have big egos. We know that they have big egos. So because of that, it says that men wants to be reassured about themselves, about their career path, about their partners. Men they want their partners to tell them countless things of, how great they are, but they want you to be sincere. So you have to be sincere when you're telling a man, how great you are. Now, if a man hear you telling somebody, another man that, and you're not telling your own spouse that or your own partner that, that's not right. So you got to make sure that you're feeding your mate's ego, but feed it with sincerity. Don't just try to inflate his ego and, you're filling it up with something that's really not true. Make sure that you're telling him the truth. Whatever it is that's about him, however quirky it is, let him know that, you love him. You see him. Let him know that, baby, I see you, because if you don't see him, somebody else is going to see him, right? So men want to feel, number 2, the second out of the 7 things that men want outside of sex is they want to feel respected. We talked about that a little bit at the beginning. They want to feel respected. It says, if he feels like you disapprove of him, his career, he's going to struggle being honest with you. He's going to struggle trusting you. He's going to struggle loving you. He wants to be able to trust you. So if he feels like she respects me, then that's his pathway to say, you know what, maybe I can open up with her because I feel like I can trust her, right? So it says if a man's partner does not respect his mission or his path in life, then he will find it he will have a difficult time opening up to her. So we have to make sure that they feel respected, because for them, respect equals love. So I'm talking about the 7 things that men need in a relationship. The second one is respect, and the first one was praise and approval. So the third thing that men need when it comes to a relationship is they need a sense of sexual connection. It didn't say that they need to have sex. It says they need to have a sense of sexual connection. So it says men and women both connect through sex and communication, but generally women connect better through verbal communication and men connect better through sex. So it says men they don't have to have sex every day with their partner. No, that's not what they're saying. But they need to know that you're available, that they have access to you. If they wanted to have sex with you, that they could. So you have to make sure that if he does the sexual advances, it may not go anywhere. He just want to see if he can get it, right? Because you his woman, you his wife, and he should be able to have that. Hey, Jeff. Hey, you guys. Hey, Richard. Hey, Marvin. Hey, Eric. Make sure that you like and share this video for me. Like and share the video. Invite other people in on the video. You can leave a comment if you want to. We're talking about outside of sex. What are some things that you must have from your mate? There's so many different things that we all need, and our needs are different from our grandparents' needs and our parents' needs. So what are some of the things that you need from sex? Who's sending up is that you, Walter, or is that Jeff sending up the laughing hearts? So anyway, we're talking about the 7 things that men need. We talked about that men need respect, and they equate respect with love. And we talked about men need to be praised. They need to have approval. We talked about the ego. Don't be insincere when you're telling them stuff to cater to their ego, but be sincere about what you're telling them when you're trying to boost their ego, because a lot of times they can see through the fluff, right? So the 4th thing that men needs is emotional intimacy. Who would have thought that, right? So it says from a very young age, men are taught not to be weak. They're taught not to cry. They're taught don't complain, don't divulge your weaknesses or or your doubts to anybody, because you don't want to be seen as a weakling, right? So men need to have an emotional intimacy with his partner, he considered his partner as a safe space, somebody that he can come to. He can lay his head in your lap and tell you all his cares of the world, everything that he's going through, because he knows that you're not going to judge him, you're not going to make him feel bad, but you're going to actually help take away some of those burdens. So ladies, these are some things that men need, and they need to feel emotional intimacy. So if you are taking that emotional part away from him, then you are emotionally cheating. So you need to make sure that you're having that connection with your man. So that's number 4 for men. Number 5 is men need space. Men need to have space. Why do men need to have space? I don't know. I'm not a man. Men, they need to have space. They don't like to feel like they're suffocated. They need to feel like, I'm still a man. I can go out here and still do what I need to do in a respectful way, not in a disrespectful way, like he's out there trying to get another woman. But he needs breathing room. He needs to be able to know that he can come and go when he can, as he pleases, in a respectful way. And we need to not be down his back for him doing it all the time, but just make sure that he makes sure that he's making you a priority. So when he get ready to go do his thing, you don't have an issue, because why? He done already took care of you, right? So number 6 is physical touch. This one is not a surprise for me. So men needs frequent, non-sexual, it says, touch. They need to feel that sense of sexual connection. It could be something simple as him hitting you on the behind, him rubbing you on your shoulder, him, kissing on the back of your neck, or him hugging you from behind. Or even if y'all make a mistake and y'all just brush up against each other, and that friction, that chemistry, y'all look at each other like, I got you later. So men need to have that. They need to have that physical touch. I don't like it when women try to withhold. I'm withholding sex because he did this or he did that. I don't know why you're doing that, because you're punishing yourself. Why punish yourself? If you're married, why are you punishing yourself? You're supposed to have sex with your husband, and holding out on him, to me, is a sin. It is a sin. So you should not be holding out sex on your husband. You should be that's the only way that's going to really keep y'all connected. When you're in that act, you're open, you're vulnerable. So why withhold it when you're just punishing yourself? So physical touch is what men need. So women, we know that men normally initiate it, but a lot of times they not really initiating to have sex. Most of the time they just want to know that they can, right? So you have to be able to initiate it yourself. So if you want to control it, you want to be able to say, if you don't feel like it, you initiate it and say, hey, let's go. Get him in the mood so that you can get him over with and go do whatever else you got to do, housework, schoolwork, whatever it is, take care of the kids. But take care of him so he won't have to ask you. That's the solution right there. You won't have to worry about it. He'll be already satisfied. So physical touch is number 6. Number 7 is men like to have security. Who doesn't want security? Security goes deeper. It says it's deeper for a man. And we know loyalty is real deep when it comes to a man. If you're loyal to them, they know that you really care about them, because they know you're going to have their back. They consider you that ride or die chick, So you have to make sure that when that man is with you, when he's not with you, that he feels a sense of security, that he doesn't have to worry about you going behind his back, telling any of the business that he told you when y'all intimate moments. You have to make sure that when he's around you, that he feels secure. When he's not around you, that he feels secure, that he knows that that's the one place that he can come to feel secure, whether it's sexually, whether it's emotionally, whatever it is, area that he wants to feel secure in. You should be that. You should be his peace. When he comes home, everything should be peaceful to make him want to come home. He should not get off work at 6 o'clock and he out to 10 o'clock at night, and you waiting, you got his food done, and you complaining that he's not there. But every time he comes home, you're arguing with him. He doesn't get a chance to come in the house and sit down and relax. When was the last time you ran his bath water? When was the last time you gave him a massage? When was the last time, you guys just snuggled up on the couch and had a movie without the kids? Little stuff like that. When was the last time you just rubbed his head? Men like to be rubbed on. It don't necessarily have to be, sexual. Just rub on him, talk to him. Tell him, how much he means to you. When he do little things around the house, tell him, babe, I don't know what I would have did if you hadn't did that. I'm so glad that you're here. Men want to feel needed. If you doing everything yourself around the house, he ain't got to take out the garbage, he ain't got to put gas in the car, he ain't got to move the heavy stuff. Sooner or later, he's going to feel like you don't need him. And what is he going to do? He's going to go where he's needed. He's going to go to somebody else where he's needed. So these are just things that I'm coming up with, that I'm getting I'm adding in from the list that I got off the internet. But you can go ahead and put your information in. Outside of sex is the topic. Outside of sex, what are some of the things that you need from your mate? We all have different needs. We all have different wants. And again, our needs and wants are different from our parents' wants, our grandparents' wants. We know, like back then, some people were put together and they didn't even meet each other until their families put them together. So they didn't really have a chance to say, oh, I need this from my mate, I need that from my mate. No, their parents put them together and they had to figure it out once they got together. But we had the opportunity outside of sex to tell our mate what it is that we need from them. It's all about, one of the guys said, effective communication. We talk about it all the time. Effective communicate with your partner what it is that you need from them. So, okay, we're going to go over to the women. We talked about, that was the men, the 7 things that men need. Okay, I'm just going to read them off one time. So security is number 7. I'm reading. And I'm sorry, security is number 7. Number 6 is physical touch. Number 5 is they need space. Don't crowd them. Give them their room. Number 4 is emotional intimacy. Let them be able to come to you and talk about whatever they need to talk about without you running your mouth to someone else. Number 3 is a sense of sexual connection. They need to know if they have access to you. Not necessarily got to have sex. They just want to know if they could. If they can get it, they can get it. Number 2 is respect. They need to feel respected. They equate respect with love. Number 1 is they need praise and they need approval. So those are the 7 things that men need in a relationship. So here are the 7 things that women need in a relationship. Women need to be reassured. We need to know that where we are in this relationship, I shouldn't have to question you to figure out where we going in the relationship. Where, okay, why I haven't met your parents yet? Why I haven't met your kids? We need to be reassured that this is where you want to be. So when you are with a woman, the one thing you want to do is to make sure that she feels reassured. You want to tell her. You want to show her in your actions. That's the best thing. You could talk all day long, but the best thing you want to do is you want to be consistent in your action with her and showing her that this is a real thing. This is where I want to be, making her feel reassured. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to make her feel special. What are some things you can do to make her feel special in a relationship? Don't do what you did to Sally. Don't do what you did to Molly over there, but cater to her, tune in on her, and figure out what are some of the things that she likes to make her feel special. It could be some simple things like a walk in the park to she like tacos. Let's go to a taco joint. Simple things like that to make her feel special. It doesn't have to be, oh, you spending all this money, everybody always want to spend all this money and go ahead and do that. No. Women we like expensive things. Don't get me wrong. We like extravagant things, but we like the simple things in life that I told you about when we was having one of our intimate moments, our pillow talk, and I told you that, I saw this little necklace down at, the thrift store, and it had like a red pearl in it. It was so pretty. It's priceless. You went to that thrift store and you got that, and you surprised me the next week. Little things like that. So we know that you're listening to us, right? So we want to feel special. We do. So number 3 is communication of the 7 things that women need outside of sex from their men. We need communication. I'm going to need you to talk to me and tell me what's going on. Now, women, I know that sometimes men, they get in their little moods and they don't want to talk. So you have to figure out how to get your man to open up to you. You have to, if you have some time in with your man, then you kind of know when he gets home, he wants to be left alone. He don't bother him. Let him rest for a while. Maybe if I cook him a good meal, he normally talks after that. If we go for a walk, he opens up and he talks. So set the stage, set the environment so that, make sure the environment is conducive for what you want, for him to open up, for him to talk. Give him a reason to open up. Don't just, try to force him to open up. Hey, I know something wrong with you. You in here, you got this attitude. Okay, forget it then. He gonna be like, all right. he's never going to open up to you. So I need for you to make sure that you are tuning into him, and find out when is the best time to get him to open up. I put this meme up on Facebook where the lady was, the guy had a bad day and he was like, had his head down, and she came from behind and she put her hands like around him and she put her head in his back and she asked him what was wrong. And he was like, nothing now, I'm okay. You got to make sure that, he feels like all his cares in the world are gone. Right. So the fourth thing that women need in a relationship outside of sex is they need to feel like they're desired. Just like the men need to have that sense of sexual connection, women need to feel like we are desired. It's so many different women out here, and there's so many beautiful women out here, but when I go somewhere with my man, I want him to be like, babe, you the finest thing in this place. Even if I ain't, you treat me like I am. We want to feel desire. We want the little touches. We want the little kisses. We want y'all to call us in the middle of the day like, babe, what you got on? Babe, I'm coming home. Oh, babe, I saw this dress that would look good on you. I want you to wear it. Like you desiring to see her. You desiring to touch her, to feel her, to hear her voice. Babe, I just called to hear your voice. Your voice just does something to me. Like little things like that. And it doesn't necessarily have to lead to sex, but it makes her feel like a woman. We want to feel like a woman. And if you ain't telling us, guess what? Jimmy at the work is going to tell me when I get to work. He going to be like, ReShell, you look pretty every day. I'm going to say, thank you, Jimmy. And then he going to keep telling me. And sooner or later, Jimmy going to say, ReShell, you want to go to lunch? Because you look so pretty. And sooner or later, her man ain't told her that she looked pretty. Sooner or later, she going to be at lunch with Jimmy. So I need y'all to make sure, men, that you're making your woman feel desired, that we're making each other feel desired. It's not just a one-way street, but I'm talking about the women right now. So it says, we need to feel nurtured. I get tired of having a superwoman cape on all the time. I do. I run my household. So when I get with my man, I just wanna be helpless. I just wanna be like, I don't want to make decisions. I don't want to be like, where you want to go eat, babe? I want you to make those decisions. I want you to take control. I want you to do that. I wanna feel nurtured, not in a way to make me feel like I'm helpless, but in a way that it lets me know that, you are attentive to my needs. And you look at me and oh, she normally is energetic around this time. I wonder what's going on. She looks like she's tired or whatever. Okay, well, babe, you know what? We're not going to go out tonight. We're going to stay in. Let's just order in. Or, babe, take this, go get a massage. Or, babe, go get your nails and your hair done. Whatever it is that that she likes, nurture that. Nurture her. Acts of service, it says, do something for her just out of the ordinary. A lot of times we get so weighed down with just doing the same thing over and over, and the relationship becomes so boring. It's just routine. So try to, do something spontaneous, make new memories together, do something spontaneous with each other. So that you can have something else to talk about, something y'all did. Okay, so what did I do? Number 5. Oh, number 6 is she wants to feel safe. What woman does not want to feel safe when she's with her man? And that's safe in the physical sense, that's safe in the mental sense, spiritual sense. We want to feel safe with our man. We want to know that our man got us. If I was to break down, he's right there like, babe, I got you, babe. I'm going to pray for you. How many men pray for their women? How many men pray for your woman when she's not with you? How many of you pray for your woman when you know how sexy it is to have your man praying for you? You standing there and y'all holding hands and he's praying for you. And while he's praying, you got your one eye open. You looking at him like you are so sexy. How sexy is that? A man connected to God. If you need something, that man gonna go to bat for you. I'm telling you, come on now. That is the sexiest thing to me. So she wants to feel safe. Again, when she comes to you and she talks to you about Sally at work that betrayed her, she ain't expecting you to bump into Sally and be like, Sally, why you betray her? She wants you to keep that a secret, right? She don't want you telling her secrets out. So she wants to feel safe in that way, that she knows her man is her ride or die also, and he has her back. So number 7 of the things outside of sex that women want is she wants to feel understood. Even if you don't understand her, because I know women, I'm going right now, we just go on and on about different things. And the man is like, what? And I'm going on and on like, You saw that red banana over there and it didn't go over there. Why you do that? I'm so tired. I need a break. And I'm going to the store and the kids are getting on my nerve. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? When all she needs to say is, baby, I'm tired. But he's hearing all that stuff, so he done blocked you out because you whining. He done blocked you out, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna let her figure it out. When she want it, she'll come to me and tell me what it is that she want. So women, we have to be able to better communicate with our men instead of beating around the bush, instead of talking to everybody else but him. Talk to him and let him know directly what it is that you need, what you feeling, and it would eliminate so many misconceptions, so many different things that we go through when we say, well, he should have known. He saw me, not saying nothing to him. He saw me over here. No, he can't. He's not a mind reader. He's not a mind reader. So you need to be able to communicate like a grown woman what it is that you need from your man and stop telling everybody else. And he's the last person to know. Because women, we do it all the time. I'm guilty. We do it all the time. We tell our hairdresser. We'll tell our gynecologist. We'll tell our pastor. We tell everybody, but we ain't gonna tell him that we got the problem with him. So there you have it. We have the 7 things that women and men need outside of sex. And as you can see, they're kind of the same things, but then again, they're not. But we all want to be loved. At the end of the day, we all want to be loved. We all want to be touched by our mates. We want that intimacy with our mates. So we have to make sure that we're concentrating on our mates. When you're with your mate, concentrate on your mate. Don't concentrate on your phone, people texting you, calling you. This is my time with my mate. That's how you make them feel special. That's how you make them a priority. You like, whatever y'all doing, I'm gonna say y'all for later, because right now is his time. Right now is his time. And intentionally schedule your time. You have to be intentional about your love, be intentional about your intimacy, be intentional about your time. And you have to, if you got to schedule your time to be with him, date night. Go date each other. That's how y'all got together. Y'all dated each other. So there you have it, you guys. If you want to leave comments, do that. Like, share the show. Please do that. So thank you so, Walter, for sticking with me through the whole show. I appreciate that. I noticed that you have not left a comment in the comment area, and I would appreciate it if you did. But so I'm going to end the show with my sponsor of Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. And we're located at 3058 West Van Buren in Chicago with my pastor, Michael Richardson. And you can come over to the church. We have service actually have Sunday school at 8:30 a.m. We have service at 10 a.m. And at Emmanuel, we are building up on a solid foundation. I see one of my other sponsors on here, which is Paula Kelly with Allstate. And she's located at 327 East Glenwood Lansing Road in Glenwood, Illinois. And she can be reached at 708-758-3300. And Paula Kelly at Allstate, she's an agency of integrity, and she's catering to all of your insurance needs. And all you have to do, just when you call her, you make sure you tell her that Warriors Talk sent you. Again, her number is 708-758-3300, and she's with Allstate Insurance. Yeah, we do. We have the best pastor in the whole wide world. Walter says, you want that list? You want that list? Do you agree with the list, at least, Walter, the list that I put out? I think the one thing that was meant, to feel safe, women, to be nurturing. I think if you are, my number one, we always talk about love language, and I really don't want to go into love language, but if you talk to somebody, I think that when y'all first get together, y'all should both take the love language quiz and then exchange it with each other. And then that way you'll know how to proceed with that person and not try to love that person how you loved someone in the past and how you think they should be loved or how you feel you want to be loved. But I think that would be the best way to start it. And then you can, he said the list is true. Oh, great. I'm excited. So Walter, did you leave a comment on my wall? Sister Paula, did you leave a comment on my wall? I put the question on my wall. Outside of sex, what is the one thing that you want from your husband or from your wife outside of having sex? So, all right. The last thing I'm going to tell you guys about is on October the 19th, which is a Saturday, is Warriors Talk 4th Annual Survivors Night of Reflection. And this night is going to be held at the Ruby Brownstone Infinity Banquet Hall, 10244 South Vincennes in Chicago. From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., you can go over to Eventbrite and type in When Warriors Talk, or you can type in bit.ly, and it's bit.ly/When Warriors Talk. You can get your ticket for only $35. You're getting 2 events in one. You're getting the 4th annual Survivors Night of Reflection, and you're getting a book launch for When Warriors Talk, God Listen. And this is 5 amazing authors telling about their journey, of how their journey with cancers changed the trajectory of their lives, and how when they spoke, God listened to them and he was able to instruct them on what to do and how to do it. And so these authors are being vulnerable, they're being transparent, and they are really stripping their souls and telling you exactly what they went through with this with the cancer diagnosis. And not everybody is a survivor. We have co-survivors on there, and we have one lady who was diagnosed twice with cancer, and she was going through treatment when we was doing the book. So I'm excited about the book. I'll be glad when it's done. Of course, we had to push the book back because the book wasn't ready, and I want to make sure that anything that I put out where I want to bring glory and honor to God is done in excellence. And so I know that you guys are going to appreciate the book when it is out. And so you can go to the website and you can get your tickets. You can, if you're not able to come, then I would encourage you to buy a ticket for someone else, because this night we're going to celebrate survivors. We're going to celebrate those who are in the cancer battle. You don't have to have cancer. You don't have to have cancer to attend, but you can bring someone who does, or you can donate a ticket to somebody who is in the battle and they don't necessarily have the funds to come. Because on this night, we are going to, with a portion of the proceeds, we're going to award a warrior that's in battle. And then with the proceeds that are left, we're going to create battle buddy sacks that we give to the cancer treatment centers and individuals who are in the battle, to give them a sense of serenity during their cancer journey. So I want you to be a part of the solution. You cannot be a part of the solution if you don't go to these different events that are trying to help eradicate cancer, that are trying to get individuals to take action. We're trying to encourage people, we're trying to educate them, and we're trying to empower them into action. I cannot do this alone, so I need your help. This is the one time that you can take charge of what you do and how much you donate. And we do have sponsorship available too for the event. So if you want to be a sponsor for the event, go to Eventbrite and type in When Warriors Talk and get that information so that you can be a sponsor. So thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. I appreciate it. There's some different things that are coming up for Warriors Talk within the next 2 weeks, and I will be posting it. I will be having a time change as well, so I want to make sure you guys are there. And also the format of the show is going to change a little bit as well. So let me know some of the topics that you want me to cover, some things that you want to talk about. Inbox me and let me know, and we'll get those topics out there to the people so that we can be informed, better informed when we're making decisions, whether it has to do with our health or relationships or careers, trying to make money, whatever it is, we want to talk about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And at Warriors Talk, we are changing lives, one warrior at a time. Thank you.